Well, he is panicked. The White House is in full-on panic mode. I've got some breaking news to share with you. This is a result of these Epstein emails that have been released by House Democrats. These emails came because the House subpoenaed these records from Epstein's estate. And in those emails, they show that Donald Trump knew about what Jeffrey Epstein was doing with these girls. And not only that, but at least according to Jeffrey Epstein, in these emails, Donald Trump spent hours alone with one of Epstein's victims. Or should I say, one of Epstein and Trump's victims, perhaps, probably. Anyway, here is the latest evidence that the orange criminal is panicked. This story just broke. Headline: exclusive. Trump administration plans meeting over House effort to force release of all of DOJ's Epstein files. Let me read a little of this. Top administration officials were planning to meet Wednesday about an effort in the House to force a vote on releasing Justice Department case files relating to Jeffrey Epstein. This according to multiple sources familiar with the meeting. One of the sources said the planned meeting would include Attorney General Pam Bondi, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, FBI Director Kash Patel, and Republican Representative Lauren Boebert of Colorado, who has wanted the Justice Department to release their trove of Epstein files and has signed on to the effort in the House to force the vote compelling their release. Now, they're panicked for two reasons. One, the latest revelations in these emails. Two, because it looks like the government is about to reopen. And that means Mike Johnson is going to swear in the Congresswoman-elect from Arizona, who promises to be the 218th, the last needed vote on this discharge petition to force a vote in the House to release all of the Department of Justice's Epstein files. And we know Donald Trump doesn't want that to happen, so they're panicked. And the fact that Lauren Boebert, you got these top administration officials and Lauren Boebert at this meeting, they're trying to get her to flip. Right now, she has been a vocal proponent of releasing the Epstein files. She has signed on to this discharge petition. They are obviously pressuring her to flip. If she flips, then they will no longer have the needed votes, even if Grijalva is sworn in. They will not have the necessary votes. This is really bad news for Trump, regardless. And let's be honest about this discharge petition. This is a PR nightmare for Trump, is what it is. It's never going to result in the DOJ releasing these files. First, it would have to be passed in the House. Then it would have to be passed in the Senate. And then Donald Trump would have to sign it. Donald, of course, he would never sign it. And he would never allow these Epstein files to be released. So it's never going to happen. But this would be really bad for him if both houses passed this bill to force the release of the Epstein files and then he vetoed it. Or he would have to sign it and pretend that he was going to release them and then lie about it and say, oh, well, we couldn't find any files or some bullshit like that. But that's not going to fly given everything else that's been said about these Epstein files. We know they exist. So he's going to have to lie about them existing, or maybe they don't exist anymore. And guess what that's called? Tampering with evidence. That's a crime. So he's in a real tough spot here. And we'll have to see how this plays out. But this is why Donald Trump never wanted the government to reopen. This was too perfect for him. He was getting to cut government programs, to do all these things inside the executive branch that he was not able to do beforehand, and then he used the government shutdown as an excuse to do all these things, him and Russ Vought and Stephen Miller. And most importantly for Trump, he was able, because of the government shutdown, to order Griner Mike Johnson to keep the House in recess and therefore have an excuse not to swear in Congresswoman, soon to be Grijalva, to be the 218th vote on this discharge petition. This was an Epstein-Trump cover-up government shutdown. That's what it was about. He never wanted this to be resolved. He does not want the government to reopen, and now they're panicking. And these emails just made it a hell of a lot worse.